Hi, Mr. Chase. I listened carefully to you describe the issues you are having with Jamal, and I too have a number of concerns and suggestions. I am here to help you as much as I possibly can in an effort to get Jamal to meet with learning and behavioral expectations. Trust me, as an educator for a number of years, I can definitely associate with the frustration you must be feeling as it relates to Jamal's behavior. Creating an implementation of classroom practices can be the source of professional burnout, according to Ranke, Herman, and Stormont. Teacher burnout affects us all at some point, and I see some of your comments indicate the onset of such as you describe your frustrations with Jamal. I notice you mentioned that you don't have the time to give him the extra attention that he might be demanding, based on the fact that you have all these other students to work with. I also notice how you spoke about how he does not work well with the other students you have placed him to work with, and that no one wants to work with him as well. Wow, that must also be difficult for Jamal. Considering this is his first week in a new school in a new country. You also stated that you are tired of spending so much time yelling at Jamal. I also heard Jamal's math teacher speak about how well he stays on task when he works on the computer, even though she thinks he works below average. These are the main concerns that I retained from the conversation about Jamal. Now, the first thing I want you to consider is the fact that Jamal might be feeling alienated based on the fact that he is from another country. English is not his first language, and he is trying to fit in to this new learning environment. You mentioned that none of his peers want to work with him. Mr. Chase, how much do you know about Jamal's background, his previous school, environment, or his culture? Are you aware of the things he likes or dislikes, or how different his culture is from ours? I think the first major strategy would be one where you try to make a connection with Jamal. It is important to get to know him in an effort to better understand him and his needs. We must recognize as educators that we cannot use the standardized behavioral strategies and expectations with culturally and linguistically diverse students. According to Banks and Obiakor in their online article in 2015, there must be accommodations available to better meet the needs of these students. But you will only be able to do this if you fully comprehend who Jamal is and how his cultural differences may be affecting how he responding to you in the classroom. I guarantee that once you develop a relationship with him and he truly identifies your efforts to help him, some of his behavior will change. One thing you might discover as well is that Jamal might be dealing with a language barrier problem, which would make your class his most difficult class. You should try to have Jamal complete an English language proficiency test. There are many that can be found online just to evaluate his actual English competence. Some other strategies that I recommend are as follows. Try to reinforce positive behavior. I know Jamal seems to be doing more bad than good at this time, but maybe you should try to praise him when he demonstrates any form of positive behavior. Ranke, Herman, and Stortman also speaks of how it has been proven that teachers who deliver a high amount of praise are most likely to experience lower off-task and disruptive behaviors. This might even allow him to be seen positively in the eyes of his peers. If you continue to yell at him, like you stated, you might not get any positive responses from him. Renke et al. Also talks about the negative reactions teachers get when they use harsh or aggressive comments to disruptive students. I therefore recommend that you use explicit reprimands and brief comments when instructing him on what to do instead after the undesired behavior occurs. Jones and Jones also discredit this by stating that an inappropriately angry teacher response creates tension and increases disobedience and disruptive behavior. You could also try to do whole group, team building, or restorative circle activities intermittently in order to foster better peer understanding and interactions. You can also prepare a social studies based assignment that might give Jamal an opportunity to share about his country and culture, so his peers might also get the opportunity to better understand him. Another strategy I would like to suggest is to get Jamal to complete computer-based activities that will help him increase his knowledge of the skills you need him to master, as well as help him to develop all his basic skills, with of course minimal guidance from you. It is possible that most of his actions are derived from his frustration, from not being able to work as efficiently as his classmates. And I noticed that the math teacher stated that this keeps him on task in her class. So it could be worth it to make an attempt in English class. Also, you can find a way to work with the gym teacher to create a reward system where he gets extra time with baseball or something else that he likes when he displays appropriate behavior and completes a set amount of classwork daily. This might encourage him to display better behavior in class. Mr. Chase, I know you know your students best and that your instructional skills are impeccable. But these strategies might just help you to eliminate the disruptive behavior and promote an environment which will be conducive to learning for all students. It might also help you to reduce some of your stress level, as you too have mentioned your frustration with the current situation. I hope these strategies will be effective. However, if there is no change, feel free to inform me so we may revisit these strategies and possibly work together on some others. Thank you.